Hi, Kelley Berliner with the Eastern region of the Archaeological Conservancy, coming to you today from the Rosenstock Archaeological Preserve. This preserve is located in the state of Maryland in Frederick County and contains the remains of a prehistoric village site that dates somewhere between 1300 and 1450 AD, so into the late Woodland period. You'll see a little bit off behind me here, this is the Monocacy River, which drains into the Potomac River. And then the village site is located off to my right on this rise, which would have offered a really excellent vantage point. So villages that are located in this region along tributaries of the Potomac, such as the Monocacy, that date to about this period and share certain characteristics such as a central plaza surrounded by houses, occasionally a palisade, though we don't see evidence of one here, and similar artifacts. We define these as the Montgomery Complex or Montgomery Complex villages. Since we don't necessarily know what these people called themselves, this is the term we use to describe these similar village sites. So this site was known actually very early in the 1900s by locals who had come out here. This was actually agricultural at the time, and people would collect the site. It wasn't until later that there were some amateur excavations that were done, and then local amateur archaeologist Spencer Giese actually brought this to the attention of state archaeologists sometime in the 1970s or a little bit thereafter. This prompted a more intensive archaeological exploration of the site in the late 80s and into the 90s, both by members of the Maryland Historical Trust, as well as members of the Archaeological Society of Maryland, and a large number of volunteers who really helped us define what this site looked like, what were its boundaries. And so it was after that we had a little bit of a better sense of what was going on here and what type of dimensions might need to be preserved to protect the site.